Top of the third, tied at 1. Danhoff out for his third inning, and he'll pour in a fastball for a first pitch strike on Mike Polizzi. It's now 1-1. Mike Polizzi had the home run back in the first. Second batter of the ballgame, and he drove one deep over the fence and left. So now that one will miss outside. It's 2-1. Driven to the right side on a ground ball. Picked up by Kristen. He'll throw to first. And it's a quick 4-3 putout and 1 up, 1 down. And that's going to bring up the catcher, DeGanzik. DeGanzik is 1 for 1. He singled following that home run back in the first, and he was eventually left stranded at third base. Now a half swing grounder up third. It's foul, and it's 0-1.
So if you have program number 664, you own yourself a Culver's gift certificate. 664.
0-1, fastball, and he blew it right by him, 0-2.
664, stop over by the team store area to win your prize.
Now a swing and a pop-up behind home plate. Ben Gordon will give it a look, and he's going to run out of room. That'll bounce off the roof over the grandstands. Still 0-2 on the Barons catcher. We're tied at 1 in the top of the third. There's a pitch that just missed. Looks like it was maybe just off the edge. So 1-2. Danhoff from the windup. And a swing and a miss, a foul tip. Another strike.
First baseman, Zach Campbell.
And Danhoff has his 4th strikeout now. There's a called strike on Zach Campbell, the first baseman. Cleanup hitter's 0 for 1 so far. Grounded out to the shortstop, and his only at-bat that came back in the first. Now that 0-1 misses outside to the left-handed batter. One. Fastball missed upstairs. Two one, swung on and fouled back into the screen. And it's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, and a swing and a miss. Danhoff gets his 5th strikeout. 2 in the inning, and we're through 2.5. We're going to go to the bottom of the third, and we're still tied at 1. Ben Gordon's going to lead it off. 9-1-2 in the batting order. Gordon's first at bat of the afternoon, and he takes one off the outside corner. And it's 1-0. 1-0 missed high. 2 balls and no strikes. A's and Barons tied at 1. Gordon takes one inside for ball 3. With McClavic in the top of the order due up next in the inning. Both teams got their runs in the first. And there's ball 4. So Gordon works a 4-pitch leadoff walk. And the A's are going to put the tying or the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the third. And it'll be Cole McClavic now, who struck out in his first at bat to lead off the bottom of the first. And he takes a first pitch strike. Swing and a foul. Foul tip in and out of the glove of the catcher. Counts as a strike, and it's 0-2. McClavic, slow start, 194 batting average, but he's playing just his 9th game of the year. There's a pitch outside, 1-2. This is game number 20 for the A's, so McClavic has played in about half the game so far. Just 31 at bats, so he'll swing and foul that one back. Now, Duganzik looks like a little shaken up. Barons are short-handed. They don't have any reserve players. Looks like he's going to be okay. So it's a 1-2 count. And now McClavic hits that one fairly deep in the left. And the left fielder, Tui, does kind of a circle route on it. It's over his head. And that's going to be a double. Puts runners at second and third for Cole McClavic. McClavic got into that one pretty well, but Tui should have had that. He took a weird route to the ball, had his back turned, and it ended up going over his head. More direct route, and that's probably a fly out. Instead, it's runners at second and third for Alex D. So now the A's have the go-ahead run at third base. Nobody out in the inning. And D takes one outside. It's 1-0. D grounded out to the shortstop in his first at back in the first. Now a swing and a foul. One, nobody out. Score tied at 1. That was outside, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Two one offering. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Making the call is Ebersol, the shortstop, and he's going to make the catch in the infield grass. Almost directly behind the pitcher's mound for the first out.
Left fielder, Mark Warner.
So now it's Mark Warner, who scored the only run so far. Had a 2-out double in the first, stole third, and then Duganzik's throw on that steal attempt went into left field, and he advanced on the error to score, and that tied the game at 1. Now steps in with runners at second and third as he takes a first pitch high for a ball, and it's a 1-0 count. 1-0, grounded to the right side. That's going to bring a run home. Picked up by the second baseman, Palizzi, and he'll get the out at first, but the A's get a run, and they take the lead. It's 2-1. So an out, but a productive out.
Next up for Sheboygan is the Northwoods cleanup hitter, third baseman Harry Stelp.
So now it'll be Harry Stelt. McClavick moved to third base on the play, so he's 90 feet away, an insurance run for the A's. Stelt takes a first pitch strike. Swing and a miss. Stelt got fooled on the off speed. Well, that pitch is downstairs, gets away from the catcher. McClavick is going to score easily. And the A's get another run. They now lead 3-1 on the wild pitch. A's in their last game on Thursday against the Nationals scored 4 times on wild pitches. They get another run here today. One-two pitch. Outside, 2-2. Pitch is downstairs, and that's a full count walk.
Designated hitter, Jimmy Jurgensen.
So it'll be Jimmy Jurgensen. The A's DH, 0 for 1, runner at first. He lined out just short. In his first at bat, he hit it right on the nose, but hit it right to Ebersol. Now a swing and a foul back, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Runner at first, 2 outs in the inning. And Jurgensen swings over the top of that one. And that's the end of the inning. But the A's scored 2.
Fans, take a look at your programs. The A's scored 2 runs during the first inning, meaning we have 2
On a
hits
base
and
hit, a
0
walk.
runs either way.
Do leave a runner stranded.
Number
And we're going to
6,
go to the top of the 4th.
9.
A's now lead 3-1.
6, 6.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Top of the 4th. A's now lead 3-1. They got 2 in the last inning. And it'll be the center fielder Brandon Watkins for Burlington. And he swings and misses on that first pitch from Danhoff. And it's 0-1. 0-1 missed upstairs. It's a ball and a strike. One, swung on and missed again. 1-2. Now a swing and a drive. Deep left center. McClavic racing over and crashes into the fence. Cannot make the play. That's going to be a leadoff double. McClavic, a good center fielder and good speed. Got to it quickly, but a tough play as he kind of leaped into the fence to try and make a catch and couldn't corral that deep fly ball. So the Barons have a runner in scoring position to begin the inning. First pitch from Danhoff is a foul. It's Paxoka, the third baseman. And now that 0-1 pitch up and in. 1-1. Fastball missed upstairs. 2-1. Swung on a missed. Full count now, or 2-2 count now. Now a pitch that just missed. Full count, nobody out. Runner at second. A's lead at 3-1 here in the top of the 4th. Now a swing and a miss. Major defensive swing by Paxoka on a pitch off the outer half. And that's going to bring up Derek Lumens, who's again playing right field for Burlington. They were short on players.
Right fielder, Derek Lumens.
Lumens walked in his first plate appearance. Now a first pitch fastball missed upstairs. One 0 missed inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Two 0 taken for a strike. Now the 2-1. Missed down low. 3-1. Now the 3-1. Missed high for ball 4. So Lumens now walks for the second time today. He's reached base safely just once in his career with the A's. Against the A's, he's reached base safely twice. And that first pitch to David Mead, the opposing pitcher, takes one down low. One 0 pitch, swung on a missed, 1-1. Working from the stretch, the 1-1 from Danhoff, swung on a missed again, 1-2. And there's a called third strike on the 1-2 pitch. Strikeout number 6 for Danhoff, the second out of the inning. And now it's Anthony Tui.
Left fielder, Anthony Tui.
The left fielder walked in his only plate appearance so far today, and he'll take a strike on the first pitch. He's down in the count 0-1. 0-1, swung on a missed, 0-2. Now was swinging a little chopper halfway up the first base line. Danhoff quickly off the mound will pick it up, underhanded to first, and the 1-3 putout ends the inning. Barons get a couple men on, including a leadoff double, but they strand them both, and we are through 3.5, halfway through this 7-inning ball game. We're going to go to the bottom of the fourth. A's still lead 3-1. bottom of the fourth, A's lead the Burlington Barons 3-1.
Lumen's now playing second.
And a defensive switch. Derek Lumen's now playing second base.
Defensive changes for Burlington, now catching Mike Palazzi.
So Palizzi is doing the catching for Duganzik. Duganzik goes out to right.
Duganzik is playing second base.
And Lumen's pushed from right to second base.
Lead for Sheboygan, second baseman Ross Christ.
So Duganzik in the last inning had some issues behind home plate. Now there's a swing and a line drive down the right field line for a base hit from Ross Christ, and it's a leadoff single on the first pitch. So again, Duganzik had some kind of injury issue. So it looks like he still can play, but he's probably just some discomfort trying to crouch behind home plate. So they'll stick him out in right, and that'll push Palizzi behind home plate. And Lumens, who is usually just a pitcher for the A's, forced to play second base.
Oops.
And a slight delay here looks like Palizzi having an equipment issue with his catching gear.
And we'll take this break in the action to once again remind you today is Meyer Family Day.
And it looked, Christian, the first pitch he saw, lined it hard down the right field line. He stands at first, and now it's going to be Jake Fallish.
Shortstop, Jake Fallish.
First pitch ball. Now the 1-0. Taken outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Now the 2-0 missed. It's 3-0. Pitch from Meade. Swung and fouled straight back. 3-2 now. Meade set. The payoff offering is going to be fouled to the right side, but that's going to be out of play near the opposing bullpen. And we'll do it again. It's still a full count at 3-2.
All foul balls, please be returned to the concession stand in exchange for a $1 free count.
Now a 3-2 pitch at the bottom of the zone for a call, third strike. Fallish flipped his bat as he was about to take first. Thought it was ball 4, but he's called out.
Right fielder,
And it's the first out,
Walker.
and it's going to bring up T.D. Walker. Walker's 0 for 1. It's the first out of the inning. Wing and a miss on a fastball up in the zone. One and one the count on Walker, and now he'll swing and hit that one in the air, left field. Playable for Tui. Couple steps in, he'll make the catch, and that's the second out. So after the leadoff single, 2 outs on a strikeout and a flyout, and it's going to bring up Ben Gordon, the catcher. Gordon started that rally
Sheboygan, the catcher.
in the last inning in the third
Gordon.
with a leadoff walk. He eventually scored on the Mark Warner ground out, gave the A's a 2-1 lead. A's would get one more in the wild pitch that scored McClavick. Oh, 1 pitch, outside, 1-1. Takes a called strike, does Gordon, and now it's 1-2. David Mead comes set as he gets his sign from his catcher. And the 1-2, half swing fouled back. And we'll reset and do it again. It's still a ball and 2 strikes. The A's leading 3-1 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Now a swing and a miss. Gordon strikes out for the final out of the inning, and that's it for the 4th. We're going to go to the top of the 5th. Final 3 innings coming up. And the A's leading the Burlington Barons 3-1. Top of the 5th inning. 3-1 A's lead. Elliott Danhoff out. for his 5th inning.
Hitter Nathan Ebersole.
And it's Nathan Ebersole. As the Barons are at the top of their batting order. Ebersole 0 for 2. Now the Baron shortstop swings and misses at that one. It's 1-1. Pitch missed low. 2-1. 2-1. Outside. 3-1. Three one, swung on a miss, fastball up in the zone, and it's 3-2. Now a swing and a drive left field. Warner drifting back, playable. A few steps in front of the warning track will make the catch. And it's the first out. 1 up and 1 down.
Next up is the catcher, Mike Lizzie.
Now it's Mike Polizzi. He's 1 for 2, had a home run back in the first. Has accounted for the only run for the Barons. Gave them a short-lived 1-0 lead. A's got 1 in the next inning. Next half inning. That tied the game at 1. The A's grabbed the lead in the third. And they still lead now 3-1 here in the top of the 5th as there's a called strike. It's that 0-1 missed low. It's a ball and a strike. First pitch, or 1-1 pitch. Up high, gets away from Gordon, 2-1. Two one is a strike. It's 2-2. Two just missed. It's a full count at 3-2. The payoff from Danhoff. Swung on and missed. Pitch in the dirt. Gordon will apply the tag to secure the outs. And it's the second out of the inning. And for Danhoff, it's strikeout number 8 for him. Now it's going to bring up Nick Duganzik. He's 1 for 2. Duganzik started the game as the catcher. And he'll take a first pitch strike, and it's 0-1. Now playing right field. Looked like he had an injury of some sort a few innings ago. Back in the third. As he'll now take another pitch for a strike. So they moved him from behind home plate to right field where he didn't have to crouch and possibly aggravate the injury. As he'll take that one that skips in front of the dirt, blocked by Gordon. It's a 1-2 count. That move pushed Derek Loomis to second, and Polizzi, the new catcher now for Burlington. It's a 2-2 count as that one missed inside. Two balls, 2 strikes to count, and that one skips in the dirt. Took a hop in the opposite batter's box, well off the outside corner. It's a full count. And it looks like Deganzik has no interest in swinging. And Deganzik will gingerly walk his way down to first base. That injury still bothering him. He had no interest in swinging at that at bat.
First baseman, Zach
That
Campbell.
injury still clearly bothering him. So he was taken, and Danhoff just let him work a walk. And now there's a swing and a miss. It's 0-1 on Zach Campbell. Oh, 1 upstairs. A ball and a strike, 2 outs, runner at first, 3-1 A's lead. That one miss low, 2 balls and a strike. Now a swing and a foul to the left side that's into the screen behind home plate. And that pushes the count even at 2-2. Now a swing and another fly ball foul. That's going to be out of play. And it's still 2-2. Two just missed, full 3-2. And the 3-2 just missed again. It's a full count walk. Back-to-back walks. And now Tim Moyer, assistant manager, or manager now in this case, with Lumens playing in the opposite dugout, out to have a chat with Danhoff. He's started the inning with 2 quick outs, now 2 out walks back-to-back. Now it's going to be Brandon Watkins. Danhoff at 106 pitches. This is probably his last inning, probably his last batter. Looks like Nuance is warming up in the A's bullpen.
Center fielder, Brandon Watkins.
So now it's Brandon Watkins. The center fielder's 1 for 2. And he takes a first pitch fastball that missed upstairs. Fastball missed upstairs again, 2-0. Now that one gets away from Gordon, goes to the backstop. Runners don't advance, but it moves the count 3-0. Three balls, no strikes, 2 outs. A's lead 3-1 here in the 5th. And that missed inside for ball 4. So that loads the bases with 2 outs. All runners reaching via the walk with 2 outs.
Third baseman Zach Paczulka.
So now Zach Pazoka. First pitch strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. Barons now have the tying run at second. Should be tying run at third and go-ahead run at second. That one missed in the dirt for a ball. It's 1-1. Now a swing and a miss. It's 1-2 as it's begun raining here now. It's a 1-2 count. Fairly steady downpour has sent the fans underneath the central grandstands. Now it's a 3-2 count. And now a call, third strike, ends the inning. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 5th, although we may have a delay. Manager's talking with the umpires. Until then, we're going to take a break. We're going to go to the bottom of the 5th, due up next, with the A's leading the Barons 3-1.
I'm not usually.
I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage.
You know what? I'm going for it. You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
in my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
every single time I
Get down, get down!
There you are. You always have
My back, my back. I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things
Yes, things.
are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And
Please be quiet.
listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
Friendship.
Bottom of the 5th. Rain's still coming down, but we're still playing. Cole McClavic leads it off, and we have a new catcher again. Polizzi, who replaced Duganzik, now goes to short, and Ebersol, the former shortstop, now behind the dish doing the catching. swings and misses, and it's now the 1-2. It's a drop third strike, but it's a called third strike, and it's the first out of the inning.
First baseman.
It's a rare drop strike and a called strike. Now a swing and a foul back. It's 0-1 on Alex D. That one missed inside. One. Swung on and grounded to the left side. Third baseman Pagzoka will pick it up, throw across is high. Takes the first baseman off the bag, but he comes down and applies the tag as D's coming by. So a nice recovery by the first baseman to save his third baseman from getting an error, and it gives the Barons the second out of the inning. Campbell had to leap up and came down in foul territory and quickly applied the tag as D was running past towards first base, as it's a called strike now on Mark Warner. It's 0-1 on him. Now a swing and a foul. It's going to be over the dugout of Burlington, and it's 0-2 now. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and it's up and in as Warner backed out of the way. Now the 1-2. Half swing, foul ball. Actually a pitch that just missed upstairs and got away from the catcher. So it's a ball, 2-2. Now swing and a fly ball, left field, playable. Drifting towards the foul line is Tui, and he's going to make the catch, and that's going to do it for the A's here in the 5th. So we're through 5, and we've got the final couple innings due up next. We go to the top of the 6th, and the A's still up on the Barons 3-1.
At some point, a line has to be drawn. For us, that line is only delivering within 5 minutes of our stores, so your sandwich arrives freaky fresh. It's nothing personal. It's because sandwich.
Top of the sixth, and we have a new pitcher for the A's. It's Kyle Peterson now on the mound. In for Elliot Danhoff, who is in line for the win. Danhoff's final line, he goes 5 innings, gives up just 3 hits and just 1 run. He walked 6 and struck out 9. Of those 6 walks, 3 came in the last inning with 2 outs. Probably was running out of gas towards the end there, but got the strikeout to get him out of the bases loaded issue. And now it's Derek Lumens, and the first pitch he sees is lined up the middle, but caught by Fallish at short. So he had to drift towards center to make the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out, as Peterson gets his manager to line out.
For the Barons, the pitcher, David Mead.
Now it's David Mead, the pitcher. As Peterson, the left-hander, pours in a strike, and it's 0-1 on a swing and a miss. One pitch, swung on and missed. 1-2. Peterson from the windup, and his 1-2 swung on and missed. And Peterson, in a relief appearance, has gotten the first 2 batters out on a lineout and a strikeout. And now it's Anthony Toohey, the left fielder, who's 0 for 1 with a walk.
Left fielder Anthony Toohey.
First pitch just missed the outside corner, and it's 1-0. Swinging a pop-up on the infield. Playable. Harry Stout will make the call halfway up the third base line in fair territory on the grass. And Peterson comes in relief and gets a 1-2-3 inning, including a strikeout. And we're through 5.5. We go to the bottom of the 6th. A's still lead 3-1. Bottom of the 6th inning, Harry Stout leads it off. First pitch fouled back, and it's 0-1. Swing and a pop-up. Very shallow left, and now it gets lost in the sunlight. Polizzi staring up straight in the sky and suddenly ran out of the way as he lost the ball in the sunlight, so it
Designated hitter,
will go as an E6.
Jorgensen.
And Harry Stout will reach first. So now it's Jimmy Jurgensen, the DH, who's 0 for 2. First pitch upstairs gets away from the catcher Ebersol, and Stout will slowly trot his way down to second on the one pitch. Barons have their 1 run on 3 hits. They committed 1 error. That was just a few moments ago on that pop-up by Harry Stout. So now that 1-0 missed, it's 2-0. David Mead out for his 6th inning of work, as he'll get a swing and a miss. As Jurgensen looked like he wanted to send that one out of here, and he came up empty. Two-1 outside, 3-1. Mead now at 91 pitches. And Jurgensen will foul that one. It's now full, 3-2. Now a swinging on a line drive into center field. That's a base hit. Stout will stop around third as that throw will go into Lumens at second. Puts runners on the corners with nobody out, and it'll be Ross Christ. Ross Christ is 2 for 2. Now Christ on the first pitch lines it down the right field line. That's a base hit. That's going to score 1. Jurgensen around second. He's going to go to third. Christ into second with a run-scoring double. Back-to-back at-bats. Chris saw 1 pitch and he lined it down the right field line. So single the last time, a double this time. And the A's increased their lead to 4-1.
Shortstop, Jake Flowers.
So now it's Jake Fallish, who's 0 for 2. Still nobody out. First pitch in the dirt, blocked by Ebersol, and it's 1-0. Now a swing, fly ball, left field. Catch will be made. The throw into home plate is going to be up the line. A diving tag tried by Ebersol, and he couldn't get it on Jurgensen in time, so it's a sac fly and an RBI, and it's now 5-1. A better throw from Tui, and that's the second out of the inning.
Right fielder, T.E.
But Ebersol still a very good athletic attempt to try and kind of make a diving tag on Jurgensen as he was coming into home plate, but couldn't get it there apply the tag in time. So the A's, it's a sac fly, RBI for. Now a swing and a pop up behind home plate, foul territory. And it's going to lead to a double play as Chris is going to be caught off at second base. So Chris was off on a steal attempt. Ball was popped up, catch was made, and Chris couldn't get back to second in time. So he's double off, and that ends the inning. But the A's do get two, and we go to the top of the seventh. 3 more outs for the A's, and they lead 5-1.
Customers are people who work hard for their money. So we do everything we can to make their money work hard for them. At Meijer, we see it as a simple matter of respect. That's why for 80 years now, low prices have been built into the way we do business. Because the most important thing we can earn is the right to shake someone's hand and look them in the eye. Come see for yourself.
Top of the seventh, and it's Nathan Ebersol. Began the day as the shortstop, now behind the dish doing the catching as he'll swing and miss on that one, and it's an 0-1 count. Actually a foul ball. Now a swing ground ball left side, picked up by Fallish and short. Quick throw to first is in time. 1 up, 1 down. A's are 2 outs away. Kyle Peterson out for his second inning. If he would finish this game, he would get the save. He came in with the lead just 3-1. They now lead 5-1. Peterson does not have a save in his career, does not have much innings as a pitcher under his belt. Dating back to the 2017 season, his first year with the A's, he has just 9 appearances, 1 start, and has 15 2/3 innings. Usually just an emergency pitcher, or will pitch in situations like this when you face a team like the Barons who are shorthanded. 1-0 misses low. It's 2-0 on Mike Polizzi. He's 1 for 3, had the home run in the first. It's the only run for the Barons. In his career, Peterson has a 6.75 ERA, again in just 15 2/3 innings, and now his 3rd season. 2-1 offering, swung on, grounded to left side. Fallish plays it deep in the hole, throws across. One hops into first. Dean makes a nice play, and that's the second out. Back-to-back nice plays by Fallish.
Jake Fallish is going to be our superior bar and grill play of the game. Program number 6.
Fallish had to go a long way deep in the hole at shortstop. Made that throw from a couple steps in the grass. One hopped it into Alex D. Made a nice pick. Now it's Jake Bonin, who is actually an A's hitter for Dugantic, who again, he's had some injury issues in this game since about the 3rd inning. He took a walk a few innings ago. And after he walked very gingerly down to first. He was catching before they stuck him out in right field. So with 2 outs, A's send another hitter over just so the Barons can finish the game. It's a 2-1 count now on Bonin. And the 2-1. Swung on and popped up. Gordon will give it a look, and he's going to not get to it in time. It's a foul ball and a 2-2 count. A's a strike away. And now a swing, driving to right. And a sliding attempt is made, and a nice play in right field made by T.D. Walker to get the final out of the inning. And the A's win this one 5-1.
And be sure to stop by the concession stand. Check on all your game snacks, food, and beverages.
So the A's win 5-1 in game 1 over the Burlington Barons. Again, final in 7 innings. Winning pitcher, Elliot Danhoff. He went 5 innings. He gave up just 1 run. He walked 6, struck out 9, gave up just 3 hits. Peterson gets the save. He went 2 innings, gave up no hits, no runs. He didn't walk a batter, and he struck out 1. And Meade gets the loss, 6 innings, gave up 6 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned, struck out 8, and walked just 2. A's moved to 12-8 on the year. They're now 4 games over 500, and they moved to 3-1 in the Northeastern Wisconsin Baseball League with the win over the Barons. Should be a second game to follow, approximately about a half hour or so. So 3:30 or so would be our first pitch for game 2. Until then, we're going to take a break as the A's win 5-1. And we'll be back shortly for game 2 between the A's and the Burlington Barons.